Welcome to Do All Content Creators Think the Same? I asked 6 lovely content creators of different demographics and different followings to help me better understand how content creators think about different situations. How this will work is there is a platform that is split into 6 different sections. It ranges from strongly disagree, somewhat disagree, and kind of disagree, to kind of agree, somewhat agree, and strongly agree. I will read a statement that I made, and each content creator will stand in a place that they believe they belong. Once everyone is in their place, they will talk through their thought process of why they are in that space. Please go check out all of these very lovely content creators. Their links will be in the bio. I hope you all enjoy, and let's find out if content creators really do think the same.
Hi, so my name is Liam. My pronouns are he, him, and my Twitch is just Liam_Kaplan, and my TikTok is also the same as that. I have a YouTube, but I don't post hardly on it, but it's just Liam Kaplan, and my Twitter is just Liam_Kap. Streaming mostly for the purpose of raising more awareness in the trans community, because I've never seen a big trans Minecraft streamer ever on Twitch, so I wanted to become the first to raise more awareness in our community.
My name is Enzo, or Sensitized. I go by any pronouns. If you on Twitch, just Sensitized on Twitch. And I stream Bed Wars because I have no friends. And I think I became a Twitch streamer because my friend, like my best friend of like 5 years, started Twitch streaming like a year before me, and it seemed fun. So like a year later, he convinced me to do it, and here I am now. And yeah, now we're, you're vibing.
I'm Jackson, or Jaxolotl. I go by he, him. And my socials are, I mostly post on my YouTube, which is just Jaxolotl. Everywhere else, it's Jaxolotl, because Jaxolotl was taken on Twitch for some reason. Whoever you are out there, I will find you. I started content creation sort of just because the quarantine was super boring, and I thought, hey, that seems fun, and I regret all of it. Hello, my name is... Just kidding, it's been great. Sort of. Anyway, that's me. I'm gonna run away now.
Hello, my name is Ash. I go by all pronouns, and I started content creation because I wanted to be a YouTube editor, and I decided that was too hard. I am Bolton, known as Bastard of Bolton on Twitch, and everywhere else apart from Twitter, where I am Bolton Bastard. And my pronouns are she, her, and I started content creation because after months and months and months of being terribly, awfully sick, I decided I needed something that would get me out of bed and stop moping. And 16 months later, I am still terribly sick, but I have a couple of followers now, so it's cool. And people to talk to. People talk to me, it's great. I'm MadeofJade, and my pronouns are she/her. You can find me pretty much everywhere as MadeofJade on Twitter or Twitch, and if you can't, it's probably not MadeofJade, and I mean it, it's not MadeofJade on other things. I started content creation, I started streaming in 2020 when COVID hit, as I think a lot of people did, because I wanted to stay connected with friends while we played games, and then I really started getting into creating content and developing a community that was really supportive, so I just kept doing it, and now I'm here.
I became a content creator for the fame.
Basically, I didn't become it for the fame, I came it to, like I said, raise awareness about the trans community. And like, I was never intended to just have fame. I kind of have a fear of not being known in life, and that kind of strives me to just keep going.
I might start for saying this, but one of my biggest motivators for making Minecraft content was Hypixel YouTube rank, because I've been wanting that since like 2015.
True.
So like, I was like, oh, I really want to get this. So like, I guess it's kind of like, doing it for fame, but like not really. Like I do obviously really enjoy content creation, but I guess having a YouTube rank as like a motivator is kind of doing it for fame. It kind of depends how you look at it.
I'm closer to like the green, mostly because I came into this, like I originally said I came into this like as I wanted to be a YouTube editor, but also I wanted to be able to raise awareness for things that I was really passionate about, like things about mental health and things about the LGBTQ community and things like that. And so the way I'm able to do that is technically having fame, so that's why I'm kind of closer to this, because I did come into this trying to be trying to be able to have an influence over some people and being able to talk about issues that I care about to other people. So while I didn't come in here for like the fame for myself, it was kind of for the sake of being able to educate others. For me, I just wanted people to have a good time and made events, and then people heard about them more, and then I kind of just accidentally got bigger. I was just very ill, so.
I think for me it was just like, I just really wanted something to do, and then like, getting big through it was like a nice added bonus, but I just kind of wanted to create content and without a way to like sort of act or anything. It was a nice outlet to do something like that.
And I think the thing with like a lot of content creators as well, like most of us at least the nice ones that I've met, don't go into it for fame, but it is a nice bonus.
I make content for myself rather than for others.
I do content to pass time a lot of the time. It's just so I can like have something on my, like, you know, just something happening, and not just me sitting in my room doing nothing, you know. So I guess I will go, like, you know, I'll agree.
Yeah, I'm a big believer that if the streamer isn't happy, then the energy that comes from it isn't very good or nice to be around. So I do what makes me feel good about what I'm streaming, and if I feel confident about it, and the people who want to watch it usually do too. And if they don't, then there's plenty of content on the internet.
So, like, obviously I've played Minecraft for a long time, like, before I've done content creation, and I enjoy it. It just, I stream more for others instead of myself. Like, whenever I stream, you know, when people, like, say, oh, thank you so much for streaming, I've had, like, a really bad day, and all this, like, I do it for that.
Yeah, I'm kind of in between these two, because I went into content creation with the idea of becoming better at editing, and from there it's kind of gotten to the point where I do it for myself, don't get me wrong, I do only what I enjoy, but also at the same time I want to be able to help other people.
I prefer Twitch over YouTube.
Creation-wise or viewing-wise?
Creation-wise.
I do not post on YouTube, so...
So short and simple.
We have very differing opinions here.
The reason I like Twitch, well, I hardly post on YouTube either, but I post a little bit, but the reason I like Twitch more is because I don't need to edit anything, which I can just chill with my viewers and stuff, but for YouTube you have to edit, and then, I don't know, it's just more chill, and it fits in with the rest of my life, because I'm in college, and it's kind of hard to even just Twitch stream now. And if I did YouTube, I think it would just be even harder.
I'm on the complete opposite side of the spectrum. I am a Twitch streamer. Yeah. My main platform is Twitch. I don't do YouTube. But I think Twitch is horrible. I think the platform is horrible. I think the way they treat their creators is bad, and the way, like, you know, like this whole, like, hate movement thing, like this whole hate rate thing, they haven't done anything about it.
I don't agree with the platform Twitch a lot, but I agree that it's better for content creation for me.
I can see how it could be easier to be a Twitch streamer,
yeah.
But I think it's a lot harder to be a Twitch streamer, because when you're a Twitch streamer, you think about the numbers a lot more. It's a lot easier to be motivated when it comes to Twitch streaming than it is to be a YouTuber.
I think
when it comes to YouTube, I can
come with their own YouTube problems and benefits. Yeah, they all have their own issues. Like, again, I came in here for the editing. So YouTube for me is absolutely amazing, and I love it because I'm able to edit videos the way I want, and also just because of me as a person, I'm a very introverted human being. I don't have that much of a, like, social, whatever it's called, like a social battery. So for people who stream for 6+ hours, good on them. I don't know how they do it, but, like, I'm barely able to stream like 2 hours. So for me, YouTube is just easier on my mental health in general, which is why I think it's better for creation for me, because I'm able to create more content and with the editing that I enjoy.
But mental health.
I enjoy learning and reading about the different algorithms on each platform that I use.
I don't really care too much. I kind of just post what I think's funny, like, personally, and if other people like it, then that's good, because then they know where to go for what they like. But I think it's fascinating, but it's not something I go out of my way to look for. I think playing on this game is incredibly dangerous. I don't think people can quite so easily get lost in the algorithm. It's all they talk about, it's all they think about, and if something doesn't go right, then it completely destroys them. I've played another game for 4 or 5 minutes whilst whilst I was getting a lot of numbers, a lot of views, whatever, and then I quickly went, if I think too hard about this, if this number goes down, I'm gonna feel really, really sad. People, I haven't gone over here because I don't give a damn about it anyway. I'm like wary of it, but I'm also wary, especially of stuff like TikTok, which algorithm is very important to people. It changes every 3 months, and if you become dependent on it, it will like ruin you.
I mean, I like reading up on it, sort of figuring out what might help. I mean, I wouldn't really say I would like genuinely enjoy it as like a hobby, like, oh boy, I'm so excited to go read this new article on how to get YouTube views. It's more just like, I find it helpful, and if that's something that could help me, then yes, I would be interested.
Finding a balance between knowing the algorithm and being interested in it, and then it's a balance between me liking it as like a person and as an outsider and as a content creator, and I have to like create that boundary, or else I might go into that mindset of I need to get this many views because I never want that, and if I end up doing that, then I will get burnt out very quickly, and I know that. That sort of the trend stuff is very, very interesting to look at. I think there's actually nothing wrong with like being, because that's not even like algorithm based, being like, okay, so font that lights up and moves as you talk seems to do better. That's not an algorithm thing even, that's just what looks better. Yes, people will tend to watch something that looks better, that sounds better, but that's just you personally improving your content. Like, I try not to care about views, and one of the things I do for that is I've made like a promise to myself that I will never take down a TikTok video, and the only exception I've made is I put a video that accidentally had my debit card in it, and accidentally had my debit number in it, and I was like, oh frick, I'm gonna take that down and re-edited it. And that's the only excuse, because I didn't want people using my debit card.
So, stealing credit cards isn't normal?
I put in cereal before the milk. I put cereal in the bowl before the milk. If you eat cereal, I put cereal in before the milk.
Cereal, but when I do, I eat cereal dry. Sensitized, why are you in the middle? Where are you going? Sensitized? Sensitized?
So me personally, I'm not a fan of soggy cereal. Some people enjoy it. I personally do not like soggy cereal. So what I like to do, right? I learned this trick a couple years ago. Basically, you put milk in the bowl, and you put a little bit of cereal in it, and then you have that cereal, and then, you know, if you're still hungry, you can put a little more, and then you have that, and it's always crunchy, and it also doesn't waste cereal. So it, you know, well, if you like soggy cereal, that makes sense, but I think my method.
One, I eat dry cereal because I hate soggy food. So if you don't want soggy food, why are you putting liquid in the bowl?
This is gonna be the true question that gets someone cancelled.
I'm gonna start a hashtag cancel Sensitized on Twitter.
I have the cancel shovel right here.
I need to have the best equipment before I started recording or streaming.
I want to start. Me and Bolton are laptop gangs for life. I'm playing on a laptop right now. Yeah, I'm a big believer that you really don't need good equipment before you start. It's way better to get it along the way as well, learn as what you need and what you don't need as well. Literally, all you need is a Wi-Fi connection, a micro sort of camera. Also, you don't want to spend like so much money to become like a Twitch streamer or whatever, only to find out that you don't personally enjoy it. No high quality PC is gonna make you funny.
I agree with you guys. I actually started on the laptop too, and I made like 20K followers with just a $200 laptop off of Amazon. It was the worst quality, but my fans stick with me.
I think there's a big difference between can you start with bad equipment versus can you be famous with that equipment. Because back in like 2015, I started making content creation, like YouTube videos, on my mom's old 2006 Mac Mini, with like, you know, a really shitty like Apple earbud mic. So it's definitely possible to start it, but I don't think I know anyone in existence that, you know, is like famous. Like I don't know like any like streamer that's like over like 100K or like 50K even, that streams on like some shitty old laptop. I don't know a single one
it depends on, like, whether you physically can, or, like, because the thing is, before I got, like, actual equipment to do it, I was, like, using a MacBook, which I tried to record on, and not only did it make it sound like a turbine engine on a plane, but it also, was, like, running just, I think, like, 15 frames per second. It was just, like, it didn't also record audio for some reason, so it just wasn't possible. And so I was like, okay, let's get some better stuff. And I guess, like, yeah, you really don't need the best stuff, but for me, I was just, I just wanted to get some good equipment anyway, because I wanted to have that anywho. And so I just, I thought I would like to have that, and it would be very helpful.
The issue was I kind of took this as, like, me personally, and, like, with me personally, I started out making videos literally sideways, because the editing software I was using wouldn't make, like, portrait videos, so I would edit everything sideways and hope for the best. And I ended up getting one video. It wasn't even on my page at the time because I hadn't started, like, content creation of my own yet. It got 100,000 views, and it was awesome, and it was great. And it's proof that you can make really cool things on a very, very low budget. But my mindset was like, I can't make content by myself until I have good equipment, which really wasn't the best mindset to have. I think you should have the mindset of Bolton and Jade and Liam, is that you don't need good things to, like, have you be a good content creator, famous or not. And you can have a really crappy laptop that skips frames every 2 seconds. It doesn't matter, because as Liam said, like, content, you can not be funny, and you won't get anywhere no matter the quality of your setup. Like, you could have the best specs in the entire world, but if you're actually not funny, if you make terrible jokes, if you're a bad person, you're not gonna get big regardless.
I know right now I am currently sitting with my MacBook Air, currently sounding like an airplane turbine while recording audio. It was, a Bolt who said it, but, it's like if you're just gonna, like, keep waiting for, like, the time, like, you're just gonna, like, lose all this, like, time. It's like, so, like, I'm working on getting it, but while I'm waiting, I'm just gonna use my good old air turbine sounding MacBook Air. It is easy for me to reach out to other content creators that I have not met.
For me, I've, like, tried to reach out to, like, creators to, like, help me with stuff. Like, I mean, I think it's harder to reach out to bigger creators and they just don't respond. I've had, like, big creators like Tubbo respond to me on Twitter before in, like, dreams, but it just, I think, for me, it's just hard to talk to new people, and especially in the Minecraft community, a lot of SMPs and all that, they just invite people that they already know or, like, are getting big, and I kind of hate it that, like, people don't give smaller Twitch streamers a chance on bigger SMPs.
Me being as, like, small as a content creator, like, very new, very starting out, me and my lovely air turbine sounding MacBook Air, I was so genuinely scared reaching out to, like, basically everyone here, except for Ash, because I already knew Ash. And it's like, I was so, like, afraid, because it's like, all of, like, everyone here has a significant, like, more, like, basically, like, following account than I do. It's like, well, what are these people, like, they'll probably just, like, they won't reach out. And it's like, it's like, for me, it's like, really, although it's really hard, I, like, kind of enjoy, because it's like, what's the worst thing someone could say? The worst thing someone could do is, like, say no.
That's why I'm, like, over here, like, I admire, like, the mindset of, like, working with anyone. I'm very, like, cautious of people. Just, like, I think it's really important to surround yourself with, like, genuine, like, good energy, and so I usually don't really reach out to people much. I think all of the friends or, like, content creators I know now I've met in, like, really organic ways, which doesn't happen often for, like, everyone, but I'm really fortunate to have met a lot of people in really nice organic ways where you can kind of interact with them and talk to them, like Bolton, which I think is nice. But I do admire people who do reach out to people like how you did, and because But everyone's just people. It's like numbers, I know, make people like more fearful of others, but like we're still like all individuals at the end of the day.
For me, I mean, I'm sort of in this sort of agree category because, I mean, like, almost a lot of agree. Because it really depends on the person. Like, I've contacted so many different people who have replied, like, almost instantly, and it was just, like, so nice to have that happen. And mostly, thing is, most of those people are either, like, small to, like, maybe, like, medium content creators, I guess you could say. But the bigger the content creator are, I've seen for some of the people I've contacted, either they just don't respond. Maybe that's because they're just getting swarmed with people to respond to. But some of them, oh my god, some of them have just responded to me in the most snooty way possible. I'm just like, sorry, I get a lot of requests recently, and you are not on the top of this list. I will not accept your invitation. And it's sort of like, oh boy. And I mean, it's Minecraft YouTubers. Like, of course, there's gonna be a lot of really toxic people out there. But like, everyone here is just like in this super positive category.
I don't accept people unless I'm mutual with them. So I just because one, I'm extroverted, but I feel like I'm so bad at checking my own DMs because I have so much poor time management. And I feel like if I DM'd somebody that had like a million times more followers than me, they wouldn't even like see it. So it's like people that I am mutual with, like that I've not talked to like past like maybe like replying to each other on Twitter.
But I'm not the kind of person that's just like, oh, let's be friends. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I like to, like, you know, get to know them first before they're, like, you know, currently just jump in right when like wanting to be friends, if that makes sense.
I have a question that it's not like a statement question, but I have a question for like people in here who have like who have like a prettier, larger following. Are you scared of people, like, not scared, but like people of befriending you solely for the reason to like be on your streams and get the clout that you have? Like, is that like a fear or a thought that ever crosses your mind?
It literally happens. There are people in like comment sections who like they'll ask, like, just specifically because I'm Facebook, so like send me a face reveal, and I'm like, what? No.
Mm-hmm.
I've had people try and find out like my quote unquote real name, which is Ash, in my opinion. At the same time, like, I've had people who have, like, I talk about my sister a lot because my sister is like a big help to me, like with YouTube and stuff. She does my captions, she helps me a lot with ideas, and yeah, she's amazing. But I've had people who have like tried to come into my DMs and be like, yeah, I'm gonna find out your sister's name, and I'm like, what?
Look at the
Oh no.
If you're gonna put on the video, please censor the name, but someone tried using me to get to my friend.
God damn.
I am happy with the content I am currently making.
I went to summer camp for 2 weeks not too long ago, like during the summer, and that was like the most fun I've ever had in a while. It was a great time, but when I came back, I kind of lost my mojo. I kind of lost my groove of like making content. I like stopped like doing daily TikToks, and I haven't streamed in like a week. Just because I've literally had no motivation. I've just been having so much fun, just like, you know, playing with friends or like, you know, just doing my own thing. And like, you know, school starting up, so like that's been stressing me out. And like, I don't know why. I've had no like incentive to stream. Last time I streamed, I don't know why, but like my viewers were like, my view count was so much lower. I don't know. I'm just stuck right now currently. I don't know how to get out. I mean, obviously, eventually I'll get out and start going back to where I usually was, but as of right now, like, where the question stands, I'm not happy where I am.
I haven't been posting on TikTok a lot because, well, like, I've been getting less views, and I've been constantly for, like, 3 months losing followers and not getting, even if I post, I just keep losing followers over and over, and even if I, like, get a good video that gets views, I don't even gain any followers, and it just feels like that posting is not even doing anything and just not worth it on TikTok. But on Twitch, I also am not happy with my content because I want to be able to stream Minecraft a lot, but recently a lot of people I get more views on doing You Laugh, You Lose streams, and I can't even, like, Minecraft is like the one thing that I want to stream because I've been playing that ever since I was little, and it's what makes me happy, but it just doesn't get any views if I just stream that.
I'm standing in the middle because while I always feel like there's room for improvement for content, but I'm also happy, obviously happy with what I'm doing as well. Even if I do feel like there's an urge to make better content, there's always place for growth, and you can't bring yourself down for, you know, starting somewhere, because you have to start somewhere to get somewhere.
I sort of am liking what's going on, but I've had a very similar issue to sort of like what Sensitized was saying. Like a little while ago, just like TikTok just halted in terms of views. They just like stopped doing anything for me. And like my audience isn't moving anywhere, and so it was really, really aggravating and anxiety-inducing. And I just at one point learned that this was just really unhealthy, and I just decided to move completely to YouTube and just ignore TikTok.
I'm looking forward to the future where I can make content I think is better content. I think content that I enjoy. I just want to make better content, which I can do when I get a PC.
I think I'm over here just because I like generally where I'm at right now. Like, do I post as much on TikTok? No. But then I'm also not as stressed with keeping up with trends and whatnot, and it's still with keeping my mental health up, and making YouTube videos is what I enjoy doing, and the kind of YouTube videos that I'm making right now are the kind that I really enjoy doing. So while I may not be gaining the amount of followers that I was, at least I'm enjoying what I'm doing much more than I was before, like stressing out over every single follower.
I sleep with socks on.
You sleep with socks on.
Bolt, okay, Bolt, listen, Bolt, Sensitized, no! Get hit with the cancel shovel.
You're exempt, fine, you're exempt.
That...
Sensitized, you're not.
Okay, hear me out before I get bullied.
No!
So my house is really cold, bro. And providing heat to your feet.
I'm gonna be at the game.
That's just funny. Providing heat to your feet actually like very much helps with your whole body warmth. Like your feet like transmits body warmth. So if your feet are warm, you'll generally feel more warm.
Very comfy.
And my socks are honestly very fuzzy and nice, so they're not just like stupid and like.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wonderful.
Stupid like nice fuzzy socks. They're comfortable.
Okay, that Bolt, Sensitized, you guys slightly pained me, just ever so slightly. I believe posting on platforms such as TikTok and Instagram is very beneficial to help my main platform, Twitch or YouTube, grow.
I will say it does help, but for me at least, like it helps, but not a lot really. Like I started getting a lot of attention on TikTok, and that was really exciting. And then I slowly realized, what does this really do for me? Like TikTok is really hard to make like money on, and so what you really want to do is try to like move that audience to a different platform. And that just wasn't happening. And then TikTok halted. And so it definitely wasn't happening. And so I was like, it really wasn't doing much. And then I sort of was like, well, this is just useless and stressing me out a lot.
I was gonna say I'm the opposite. Literally, I started on TikTok with like 300k followers, and they all went to Twitch whenever I announced that I had Twitch. And yeah, it does help. I think it just depends on the type of content you have. Like I have a friend who makes mostly building content. I have a friend who makes mostly building content, and that type of stuff does way better on like Instagram and whatnot than it does on TikTok, and it does really well on Twitch, but not necessarily YouTube. So it's kind of just like a matter of what kind of content you make. I just yelled at transphobes, and then I got viewers.
Hey! As you should. I tend not to speak my mind on my platforms in fear of being cancelled for my opinion.
We are going to talk about other creators, right? But if it's something about like that's a real life issue, obviously I'm gonna mention it. Yeah, things are actually important. Yeah. You shouldn't, because I think people use reprise the word cancelling. Are they cancelling you, or are they criticizing you? Are they criticizing you, or are they disagreeing with you? If you have an opinion, you're saying a mind and you're not being an arsehole, people will not be cancelling you, they'll be disagreeing with you. It's always a civil discussion.
So I was in the middle and I moved over here, and the reasoning for that is if you don't have the same general opinions as me, I don't want you in my stream anyway. I don't want you watching my videos anyway. So it's kind of a whole thing of like, hey, yeah, exactly, basic human decency. Because my whole entire thing is just basic human decency. Like, there are certain things where, like Bolton said, like, you can have a civil discussion about it. But there are, like, a lot of things where I'm not scared to say my opinions online. Like, I'm not scared to say that I support the LGBTQ+ community. Heck, I'm a part of it. So, like,
it's a whole thing of, like, sometimes I think if people are scared to put their opinions out on the internet, I'm not sure if they're scared that they're going to be, like, quote-unquote canceled. Are they scared of having, like, a debate with someone? Or do they think that their opinions are not actually correct? It's a whole thing of, like, I want people who agree with me to agree with my content.
Besides the fact that I say a lot that I'm part of the LGBTQ and how if you don't support it, then you can fuck off politely, I kind of just want to play Minecraft, man. I'm just not the kind of person that likes to get into drama. I kind of like to stay out of drama, and I kind of just like want to stream Bed Wars for people that want to see me play Bed Wars and not talk about controversial topics.
I think it depends on the topic. Like for LGBTQ, I would stand up for that, but like...
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, it just depends on the topic, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Understandable. I see myself continuing to stream and or create content for the foreseeable future. That's what I thought.
Yep.
Forever, I hope.